welcome to the Tuesday, June 12th Apply Working Group Sync meeting. So we will do our usual mark things done or not, and we'll take it from there. Okay, patch handler can post if the resource doesn't exist yet. Did that get merged? That's the one that Jordan is complaining about?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so it didn't get merged.
I don't think complaining is the...
Start server-side apply, test suite, and the integration tests.
This is integrated into Jenny's PR. She took my test and added it to help our PR.
Okay, yeah, so both of those are going together and they're not merged yet.
Then I've already updated these lines.
Yes, okay, so we finished, just for the recording, we finished moving the apply library, call the existing one during apply, add a binary to OpenAPI to generate the Go version, and add another binary to generate the Golden data file. Alpha apply got merged a moment ago. Open the API v3 mechanism for optional one of. Seems like we didn't accomplish that.
No, and I suggest we move that for later.
Move this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you think it's necessary for alpha?
No.
And I'm having second opinions on that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's necessary for like beta, but it doesn't have to happen now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And I didn't hear from Michael this week, so I don't know if that got done or not. But that's still a pretty healthy chunk of stuff. Let's go this way.
We also have some below that are done.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, we got both of those.
Well, that's not an update though.
Did this one get merged?
It's not an update. It's well, I mean, depends what you call update.
Did your PR get merged?
My PR got merged.
Because that was on the update path, applying to an existing object.
Yes. Yes, but what do you mean update? Do you mean put?
Yes. I mean this.
Apply
can either create or it can update.
Yeah, but I update the last applied state when we do a patch apply, not when we do a put.
I understand that.
Okay, I'm asking what the task is about.
When you apply and there is a pre-existing object.
Okay, so that's done.
Okay. And presumably there will be a corresponding complexity 1. That was
somewhere. It's supposed to be somewhere. Oh, it's below, I think, in the critical path.
Okay.
But it's blocked by Jenny's PR.
Yeah. So that was. Wait, let's not add up the sprint column. 25 points. That's pretty good. Adding up the sprint column. We're doing better every time. Okay.
That's the one. That's the one. I created last time because I wanted to ask this question.
What is missing from alpha?
I'd like to make it clear what is the milestone, so we can be happy about it when we reach it. And I plan on sending an email to API machinery and CLI6 so they know what's the status.
Yeah. Okay. And we should record a demo at that time or something.
And that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
We'll go to API machinery and do a demo.
Let's look at the spreadsheet.
So one thing we may want to add, so we got the end-to-end working with one type of resource, and I was able to crash it with another type of resource. So we may want to
good job.
Dig in and figure out where that crash is.
What resource did it crash with?
I think it might have been it was a pod for both of them, but there were different fields. I'll have to dig into it. But
Yeah, please add it to the integration test or pull Jenny's PR and add a commit that adds it to the integration test. And
so maybe the merge code, right? Because that's never really been used anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was about to. If the merge code is the thing that's breaking, before we spend a lot of time fixing the merge code, we should figure out if we are actually going to use the merge code.
Yeah.
Very good.
So.
But if it happens too often, it's going to get in the way of our nice little alpha
demo. Yeah.
I mean, we can record. We can record in the test entry whether we expect it to be working or not. Some people are of the opinion that you should always have tests that are passing. Like, I think if you've got stuff that you know is broken, it's still better to record it in a test that you know is broken, and you can improve it.
Okay, so I guess my point was, can we move these tasks, like implement union logic? I don't think this needs to be in alpha, so we should probably move it below. Same for write-up dry-on strategy. Not saying we shouldn't do it, but it's not in the way of alpha. Yeah.
Patch handler at tests.
Okay, yeah, I added a comment in the notes. Like, what is it exactly that you expect for this line 51?
Okay, hold on. Let's survey and then where do workflow IDs? We need some sort of default workflow ID.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I've added the document as a link.
That seems valid. I'll move that to the top since we're pretty sure.
Okay.
Implement union logic. I guess you're claiming that we're no worse than we are today if we don't implement this. Okay, maybe. Update last applied state on create.
Yeah,
I think that's necessary.
Yeah.
Patch handler add tests.
I suspect this one is very old, and it's when we refactored the patch handler. We wanted to add more tests.
Okay, let's get rid of it.
You don't need dry run for alpha, right? That's like
no.
Dry run is for beta.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so we need last applied state to get set on create when you apply, otherwise it can't work.
Yeah.
And we need workflow IDs.
And these tasks.
Sprint 10.
Some of these are not for alpha.
Yeah, so let's see if we can find them. Open API v3 mechanism. That can go down to beta, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, just before this one.
Patch handler can post. That seems necessary.
This goes right after.
This is. Let's just make a. Maybe we should make a new item, which is set a default workflow ID.
Okay, I like the idea. We separate between we set the default and two, we give a way to change the default.
Sure.
And for alpha, we have the default. And in beta, we have the way to change the default. Sounds good?
Okay. User controller. Makes sense. Doesn't seem terrible. I think like a 5 maybe.
Yeah, 5 is good.
Are you gonna do this?
Yeah, I started.
Okay. Let's put that in. And then this can be finished in beta. Like we just need the default, or
That's that. Yeah, probably. That's going
it
to
has
be.
to be well enough designed to. It has to be well enough designed to.
Yeah.
Like we can.
Yeah.
Craft. We can make a new entry to finish it at the next level of detail. Design, complexity. I mean, you already did a number of some work on that. Okay. And yeah, we definitely need this, right?
Yes.
Um,
Which I hope is going to be. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this one.
okay, so and on Jenny's PR, the question is about authorization.
That's one thing. And I think she addressed some of the other comments.
Okay, so I knew I was supposed to look at it, but it didn't. I didn't see a link in my email or in any chat windows, so I never actually clicked on it yesterday.
We'll send it again. Oh, it's just here.
Put it in the Slack.
You don't have many tabs today.
Oh, this is just one of my windows.
Okay.
Don't be fooled.
This is one of like half a dozen windows, and this is a low tab window. This is my apply window. Okay, let's see. So we kind of did our sprint planning, and the question is, if we get all that stuff, can we put together a demo?
Of course.
Yeah. So if we can run a demo, this is going to be a lot more of a raw alpha than many alphas, because we have like a long list of things that it doesn't do.
Yeah.
But it'll be something, I guess. Okay. Do you think that's really a 3?
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't expect it to be complicated. We received the message. I put it in the annotation, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about?
How's your wife?
Still due on the 21st.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are the girls, the little ones?
They seem fine.
Yeah. I think, well, I have only 2, but when the second came, the first one was super jealous for like a year.
Yeah, mine is still that way.
But the third one probably is like, it's already.
Yeah, I come home and they fight over me. I guess it's good to be wanted. I don't know.
So I think everyone here knows, I talked to Phil last week with on my one-on-one, and he mentioned moving back to Kubernetes.
Okay.
And so I asked that I continue on until we get to the alpha, or at least some meaningful milestone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Seems like we're going to be there next week.
Yeah. So yeah, which is good. And I think that there's going to be quite a big drop off once you're out and I got vacation and you got vacation afterwards.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit up. So that I think might be a good time to move on.
Okay, so I have one question though. I can't see your name anywhere on the spreadsheet right now. So do you plan on doing one more thing, or should we get something for you?
So I was hoping to continue working on the kubectl and that bug,
Okay.
at least in the short term. But any kubectl work is actually overlapping with where Phil wanted to put me anyway.
Yeah, it's a good transition.
Okay.
So
Do you have a specific thing in mind that I should put down?
that's why, I brought up that the bug, figuring out why the alpha is breaking on one particular test case I have.
Is it kubectl that crashes, or is it the server that crashes?
No, it's definitely something coming back from the server, but I'll dig into it. Yeah, and
You
also,
have a couple of to-dos in the apply.
right. So
which
the dry run flag, and then also handling the case where the server doesn't understand this new endpoint, the 415.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there's definitely still work in that group pedal area.
Okay.
Maybe we should add these these items.
That was a lot of things all at once.
Sorry. So I think the first thing is handle the 415 or the 415 return code, which
Unsupported media type.
unsupported media type is what we get when the point isn't understood. It isn't.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
so it's not a crash. It's a.
So that's a different thing.
That's a different one.
Oh.
Sorry, I totally smashed those together. That's
Okay.
Next, yeah. It's a
where-
fallback if the endpoint doesn't
where-
support.
Code is from
No, we know that.
correct. Well, was it given an error or did?
No, I'll
is it-
explain again. If you try to use kubectl apply server side against an old version of the server,
Yeah.
the apply content type doesn't exist.
Oh yes. Then that.
It
that
returns
error-
F415. We want to fall back to
So it's not-
SMP in this case.
Yeah, sorry.
yeah. So fall back to SMP on 415 error.
Yeah.
Return
Okay.
code.
Yes, that was.
Sorry, that's much
fall
better.
back to old code path on 15. Right. Okay.
And then pass the dry run flag through. So I could still pass it through, and it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's kind of easy. Yeah, so one of the difference between
Run flag. Yeah, that makes sense.
so the flag is already there, but if you do -- dry run, you're not listening. I'll give you 2 seconds.
I am actually listening. Dry run. If you do a dry run,
If you do -- server side, the dry run flag is not honored anymore. If you do -- server side, the dry run flag is not honored anymore because we used to do the dry run on the client.
dry run flag. Server.
Yeah. So we need to now send the dry run flag when this is done.
Which now, right at the moment, we expect to just fail all the time because.
Yeah, but that'd be fine.
But you're going to take care of that in the coming weeks, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Point values for these.
3.
3.
Um,
Do you want to vote?
Yeah.
I vote 3 for all of them.
yeah, that sounds good.
It's not a vote, but okay.
Those into. All right. Okay. And we're just at time, so I'm going to end the recording.